any other questions you got?
Yeah, no, 100%. I wanted to continue. Welcome back. By the way, this is the second part of this stream.
Oh, part two. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I had to stop it because
Okay.
I shouldn't have used um, my
Oh,
recording computer to just like look up stuff. But I was looking up the Thorazine too. But I know there is some people that still use it, like some like mental health people that think it's
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
all
Yeah,
reliable.
some adults too. Yeah.
Did people
There's
ever
some that.
go on?
No, I'm sure there's some that have used it for a lot more years than I have, and it's
Hmm.
affected their minds and stuff.
It's true,
Because
but
anything.
it's pretty heavy gun though. Like it's something that like people don't use lightly. Were you on it for like schizophrenia or something?
I was on it because of attention deficit disorder.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was put on it for like I think 4.5 years. I got the paperwork on it still, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was actually signed by Dr. Kenneth Wayman. He's nothing but a quack,
Yeah,
in the University of Minnesota.
Randy, why do you have
Yeah,
no qualms? You have qualms about saying like the Beatles are bigger than Jesus, but you have no qualms just dropping people's full names, full on.
yeah, you could edit that out.
Yeah,
That's
that's
okay.
that's fair enough. But we are live. But no, yeah, no one will care. But that is funny though.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got paperwork to prove it.
That's true. Yeah, you're not shy.
Yeah, I mean, he has a thing named after him, Swayman's Way, a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
So at the University of Minnesota, which,
Oh Jesus,
yeah,
that's
why I don't know, but
that must feel
it's
pretty rough.
yeah, it's just so weird. Well, he got rich giving other kids drugs and stuff. That was common in Minneapolis in the poor section of town.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went to Brooklyn Park, I never knew nobody that took any kind of drugs. It's just so weird.
Yeah, it's a foreign concept. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's one of those interesting things that's like even in developed countries, it's catching up now, but like um, that uh, like depression and stuff like that is way more common in richer countries. Not necessarily richer people, but richer countries. It becomes like a thing. So there's always this thought of like maybe like this like people that are kind of stupid, but like don't believe in mental health kind of thing. Like those people are like, oh, okay, well, no, it's a luxury to have mental health issues. But it obviously
yeah,
is a real thing. I think, like beyond a shadow of a doubt, at least at this point. But
yeah,
it definitely is an interesting thing in terms of thinking about like evolution and technology and stuff, about how maybe there is an element of like, okay, you can feed yourself, you can make sure you can have kids and stuff like that, this basic needs that like every human has for evolutionary time, like since we evolved. But
right.
then it's like now we can afford to be bored, we can afford to be reflective and thinking like, okay, these things, like I think mood and like depression and anxiety and stuff are a little bit different than something like bipolar or schizophrenia, in the sense that those have
Yeah,
always existed and those have always been um, maladaptive. Although like something like there's this kind of cool thing about like schizophrenia, or say like bipolar 2, whenever you're in a mania episode, then it's
yeah,
like, okay, maybe those kind of people became the shamans of the ancient times, and like people thought of them as medicine people because they were so different, because they were so like talking to people that weren't there, and all these kinds of
yeah,
things, right? Culture has a big impact on what's okay and what's ostracizable.
right. Yeah, I just saying I've had a strange life myself.
Hmm.
Strange life, met a lot of strange people, and people say I'm strange, and I am.
Yeah, and I subscribe to that same thought. I think just be like, and it is kind of a cliche now, but it's basically just be yourself, bro.
Yeah,
Just be
I
yourself,
just,
and the people
I
that
just,
care don't matter. Blah
it's
blah blah.
just, it's just weird that I'm almost 60 years old. It's just weird.
Mm.
Yep, 3 years till I'm 60. Isn't that pretty weird?
Well, but at the same time, even for myself, who like I'm like a little bit younger, but I'm not fucking young. But at the same,
Yeah,
but like when you're never gonna be younger than you are right now. Think about it that way,
yeah,
and
no,
then
that's true. Yeah,
don't ever claim 60 when you're 57. What do you mean? You gotta milk
I
the
said
rest of your
3 years. I
50s.
said 3 years
That
till I'm
is that
60.
is true. That is true. But you shouldn't identify as a near 60-year-old. You should identify as a
I, it's,
57.
it's, it doesn't bother me. I just, like I said, I enjoy day by day, and stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
do the best I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, it just, oh boy.
How do you feel about like looking back at 50 years? Because you have memories from when you were 7, so like you've actually lived 50
50
years.
years, yeah, I've seen a lot. Let's see, I was born before the first man went on the moon,
Okay, I thought you
and
just meant the first man
and
in general.
I was born before they had even digital number electronics,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, just and when I was born, I saw a lot more trees and woods than I do now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
now
there's more
you
greenery.
see. Now you see lots of buildings and lots of fake lakes and rivers and fake woods. I mean, yeah, when you go to the cities and suburbs, they try to build themselves like they're out in the country. Then when you go out in the country, they try to get stuff like they do in the city. It's just weird how, you know, people think at times in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
Eh, Like up in the rural areas, they'll build like golf courses and stuff like that. And sometimes some of those golf courses will close, because they can't really get enough people to go there. Golfing costs a lot of money, and in the rural areas, where you're,
In general, it's a pretty like high class, like stereotype thing, right?
yeah, it's just, yeah, golfing is kind of, expensive, and, I mean, the bigger cities, a lot of people go golfing, for example. And, bowling is expensive too. I've noticed there's a lot less bowling alleys because, taking care of bowling lanes is very expensive, and of course, I'm going to try to go bowling again sometime soon as I get money, just for the heck of it. I'm not going to bowl in leagues or nothing, or I don't know, unless I get rich.
Are you good? Wait, you actually had to think about that? Like, oh, I won't bowl in leagues. Like, you're actually pretty fucking good. You'd
Not really. Not really. I really need to practice, because before that, my average used to be about 120, which is way below average in league play.
but league is like a big drop. You're good for your average person for sure, right?
I'm not sure. But you see, if I ever bowl in a bowling league,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to bowl in those handicap leagues where they add extra pins on our team's end or nothing like that. I'd rather bowl straight up.
Well, Randy,
Like
we don't call
actual
them.
scores.
I don't think we call them handicap leagues anymore. It's special needs.
Spe-
Nah,
Special.
no, I'm kidding.
Well,
Man.
yeah, okay. But I mean, okay. I'll say it a different way. It's a league where they add extra points to the bad bowlers.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
I'll put it that way. Yeah.
I'm just teasing
That's good.
Randy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just saying. Yeah. No. That, I'd rather bowl the straight up way.
Yeah.
That's what I'd rather do.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I would agree, but I'm fucking shit at bowling, so that's just me shooting
Yeah.
myself in
Me
the
too.
foot.
Yeah, and
No,
Very-
120 I feel like is like the borderline of when people like are like, okay, yeah, like I'm good, but like I won't tell people I'm good because in case there's someone that I'm talking to right now that is also good, they'll be like 120 isn't good. I'm 140 or whatever the fuck else shit. But you're
I
talking the
used to know
general.
people that bowl over 200. Yeah, I used to know people that bowl over 200.
But that's special, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's you know, 180 to 200 and stuff like that.
You're a high tea
You know.
normie.
Yeah, I knew some good bowlers at the time, you know, and but like I said, you know, a lot of bowlers either closed or got torn down and never replaced because, you know, keeping up those bowling lanes with all those oils and, you know, keeping
Oils?
the wood from, you know, rotting, it costs a lot of money, and replacing pins costs a lot of money too. So
What do you mean oils, Randy? I didn't know that oils were
it's
involved.
oil, yeah. They oil the lanes with these special oils, so that way it'll keep the wood from rotting and stuff like that. You know.
On top of like the laminate wax type shit, or is that the
Yeah.
wax?
Yeah, or laminate wax. That's what they put on top of lanes. But they sometimes they. Is that my door? Right back.
Take your time. While we have you on break, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and just relish in the beauty that you're experiencing in this current moment, because Randy is a privilege, and you're welcome. Like, subscribe.
Okay, just someone at the door. They thought I ordered a bunch of food, and I told them I didn't order anything. You know, because I mean I've been with you all this time, and I didn't
That's
make
true.
a phone call to
You
anybody.
didn't make a phone call at all. What the hell? They had your address right though? Is it your roommate or someone else?
No, was my roommates neither. Nobody ordered anything.
Oh.
You know, nobody ordered anything at all. So
You
you
don't-
must have got the wrong address.
Wait,
you know,
Rand-
just delivery people's make a mistake.
That is true, but Randy, you got to be careful when you're out on the online space. You haven't put your address out anywhere, have you?
No, of course not. No,
Okay.
you never do. No, you don't put your address out anywhere, and
Good man.
you know you don't technically give your real name neither, because I have a show business name. You know, like Randy the Wild Horse is my show business name. You know.
Are you kidding me? I thought your name was Randy the Wild Horse. I thought you were native.
Yeah. No, that's a show business name in a way. You know, I mean.
That's cultural appropriation,
I'm
Randy.
a Class A show business person.
So,
you know.
So why didn't you just say Randy runs with horses? You're stealing their culture, Randy.
I just put it on there. Wasn't thinking, but
No, I'm just teasing. But
Randy the Wild Horse could mean many things. You know, either I like horses or whatever else. Other reasons I can't really say here because I gotta try to be polite. Really.
Randy.
Not really.
So,
Yes, I gotta try to be polite. You know, really.
No, I respect your respect for my own channel's platform, but realize that it's nothing. So say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Say whatever.
Oh, right.
Randy,
I'm just saying though is.
I do want to tell you that, like, even though on your channel you want to be careful, you want to abide by the lines. I have 27.
Yes.
I have 27
Okay,
subscribers, so say whatever you want. Don't censor yourself. Like let loose.
Okay.
Don't even think about it. I'm giving you
Let's see,
permission, explicit permission.
Okay. Yeah, it's just, Randy Wild Horse could mean I like to do wild things with women, for example,
Cool. Or men.
Wild things behind closed doors, though, well, as far as that, of course.
Yeah, of
You know.
course. You don't kiss, don't tell. You're a gentleman.
Well, way, sure, you ask, you don't force, you
Mhm.
ask.
Okay,
If
well
they say no, they say no, that's the way it is,
I think that's a pretty low bar for the term gentleman. I would say. I think that's just a general human.
Oh,
I
Barbara,
hope.
gentlemen, really? Okay. All right. I'm just a different kind of guy. I've done a lot of wild things behind closed doors with the ladies, I mean, not a lot of ladies, but, I'm just not gonna.
A select few of
Which
high quality.
I'm just not gonna pretend like all I've done is hugged and kiss the lady and that's it. I've done more than that, obviously. So,
That is true. But you are a gentleman still, so you won't go at length, but like, please, everyone, just use your imagination.
yes, yes, of course, people use their imagination.
But he's a gentleman. Don't forget. He's a
Yes,
handsome gentleman in the
basically a
fedora.
gentleman, yeah.
Basically,
Not,
you're the
yes,
definition.
but my alter ego is the one I created is not a gentleman. In his own way.
And what's his
My
name
alter ego,
for this second
Tom
part of the?
Keldon, he's a greedy man who says he lives in Maple Grove, president of Niobe, not in our backyard.
Oh shit! So how does he fund his lifestyle?
That's a good question. I would say,
Gee.
for on his behalf, he'll just fund ways that he wants to fund it. And if he does fund it, if he doesn't, I don't know.
Fair enough.
Just
Maybe
make
he's
him a mystery guy.
hopefully one day he's gonna be bankrolled by the CEO of YouTube. Let's put it that way, Randy.
Yeah. No. Well, maybe Tom McKeldin will. That'd be nice.
Maybe she's a wild sponsor.
Yeah. As long as she has a lot of money and gives it to him, yeah, that'd be great.
He'll give you some rent for the backyard space, eh?
Yeah, for him anyway, not me. I would touch her with a 1,000-foot pole. To be honest, that's me.
So are you telling me right now, Randy, with a straight face, that you have never been interested or been romantically involved with someone that looks like Susan Wojcicki or worse?
I actually, for looks wise, I've dated women that probably looked uglier than her. Sure, to be honest with you, but that's the way it is sometimes.
Fair enough, and I appreciate that. I think that is something to strive for. Everyone should date someone that's uglier than Susan Wojcicki, or else you're shallow.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have in my past life, though. To
Yeah.
be honest, I can't really.
Before you were the wild horse.
And most people have dated like somebody that's been ugly.
Hopefully. Otherwise,
I mean, well, maybe most people generally have.
yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah,
I mean, most
as a rule.
people are not going to be models because most people have physical weaknesses
Yeah.
someplace, in another person's mind.
Yeah, let's put it this way, Randy. Only a select few can become models.
Yes, that is true. Only the select few.
The
And,
measly few.
Yeah, and I'm not one of them, and that's all right. I don't care. So what?
Well, don't come. You're 57. You're quite young in terms of the model industry, so I would hold out hope.
No, I'd be in the seniors modeling, for 57. I'd be in the seniors because they say in some places 55 and older is qualified as a senior, but
What places, Randy? Where are you? Do you go into prehistoric times?
some restaurants do
What?
that and
That's
stuff
kind
like
of.
that. Yeah.
Do you take that as a nicety in terms of giving you the discount early, or is it an
I
insult?
only really go to restaurants, so I save money. But
Fair enough.
yeah, but as far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't really take the discount because I don't, like being considered a senior. So I
Fair
basically don't in my own mind. Really.
So it's more. I guess the question is like with 55 being considered senior, and we have like basically Joe Rogan is like 55 or like close to 55, but like
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Joe Rogan, he's a much better shape than
Sure, but
George, obviously,
but at the same
because
time,
he's
but at the same time,
practiced in martial arts like for many years. He knows the proper
yeah,
way.
yeah. But at the same time, Randy, though, he's like he falls under the same umbrella that someone like you say give him 4 years, and he'll probably look the same. But like he'll fall under the same umbrella of like ageism as saying 55 is senior. And it sounds to me like you're saying that like 55 giving the senior discount, that's more insulting than like a nice gesture in your point of view. Is that correct?
Yeah. I just don't. I don't like to consider myself really a senior citizen. Sometimes I just Yeah, like we're on the internet and all these things like people can do, and sometimes I wish I was a younger guy, but I'm not. And that's the way it is. So hey,
What would you do if you're a younger guy?
I was a younger guy on the internet. I'd probably have a lot more dates than I do now. I mean, it's a younger guy.
Fair enough.
I mean,
but Randy, but what's stopping you from doing the same thing as a 57-year-old dashing, handsome guy?
Handsome guy. That depends on what the women say, and women don't say
But
much of.
I move Randy. Yikes. Me, but
My name is Mandy. My name is Mandy. Yes, it is.
see, Randy, if you knew that my girlfriend's name is Mandy, you might not be so gleeful that I just called you my girlfriend's name. That's quite troubling. I'll have to reflect on that later. But
tell Mandy I'm sorry.
no. I will on my own behalf. But basically, what I was getting at is you don't even get on to like the dating apps and stuff, which would expose you to the women, which will then.
Yes, I have been on Plenty of Fish before, but there wasn't much good fish on there. And
but you tried. Did you try?
I did try, yes. But
okay, that's something then.
Yeah, the ladies that were on there didn't really connect with me, and excuse me, and some of them, just I just passed,
Fair enough, Randy. That you got to put yourself first. You got to find people that click with you, and no one can fault you with that. But there is a question in the chat that's quite interesting. I think when people these days in modern times, you're saying if you're a younger gentleman, things will be way different. And I've heard that before from kind of like people even in like the 30s, 40s being like, hey, how is it like with Tinder as a element of dating? Because a lot of shy Tinder, no. Exactly, but like a lot of like shy people look back on when they were like a teen or something and like, oh, if only I had something that confirms someone is interested in you before I even open up. So like there's not that hesitation of, oh, does she like me, should I ask her out, blah blah blah. But like but in this modern society we have the whole incel kind of mindset of like these people that are resentful because they aren't getting laid or getting female attention. Sometimes it's distorted kind of like what they're looking for, and other mental illness.
No, mental illness.
That too, but
people do besides intercourse behind closed doors. I'll put it that way, but I won't go any farther, of course. But,
fair enough. But like I said, Randy, you can say whatever you want on this show. This is very low stakes, so don't censor yourself.
Sometimes I try to be polite my own way too. See,
that is true.
Those that
honor yourself
might be offended. See, I talk in lots of innuendo stuff.
Randy, if you're talking about gay people, that's not.
No, okay. I'm not talking about gay people. No.
A
man and a lady behind closed doors and do that. No, I'm interested in women. I'm not interested in men. No, And I've known guys have been interested in guys, or women have been interested in women.
Mm-hmm.
Guys and women interested in both. I've known those people before. Yeah.
Have you ever been hit on by a guy?
Yes, I have. One time.
That means you're handsome, Randy. Randy, you just became.
You're
100% handsome.
Oh boy. Let's see. This guy hit on me that time. God, what did he look like? Again, he looked terrible. Oh man.
What happened? Tell us the story.
One time I was talking to him. I was saying, "Man, I'm depressed. I can't get dates, and I'm ugly stuff."
So then you fucked him?
I see your Discord thing. Okay. Anyway, I was talking about this guy, and he. Maybe people aren't interested in listening to me.
No, what the hell are you? Oh, my Discord or Mupke's Discord?
The Discord thing. I don't see anybody in the room really. I'm just looking at your thing and trying to.
Yeah, the chat.
Okay, well, go back to this thing.
Yeah.
This one guy. Where you're gonna go? Oh, I see. Oh, there it is live. Oh, now it's on there. Weird. Okay, I got it.
Internet, crazy.
Yeah, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Randy, actually,
Okay.
as a
Okay.
ma- as a as a
I'll do what I got to do.
as a point mentioning about that, like, me being kind of having a solid childhood pre-internet is actually rare. So both of us have a unique opportunity to talk to the youth from the
Oh,
Mumkey
yes, yes.
audience that literally have
Yeah,
grown up with
yeah, yeah.
iPads and shit.
Yeah. We were like before the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
completely
Wait.
different.
It was way before. Yeah.
But Randy, for you back in the day, I wanted to loop back to our good friend Hartsy, who helped set up the stream. And shout out Hartsy
Yeah.
Proxy.
Yeah. I
Follow
can
Hartsy
see. Yeah.
Proxy.
Yeah.
Hartsy's a real one, but he is a famous incel. So what were your perspectives as a teenager growing up and like a young adult, early 20s, about people that like didn't get any romantic attention from women? Was that like an issue that like a lot of people felt, or was that like just like a general umbrella of nerd where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it depended on the person, but myself, I was like stoned and drunk so many times in depression. I didn't really take care of myself really at all. So
Between what ages?
I think between like 18 and I don't know, 25, I never really had a date until like I was, let's see, 20, probably 26. I had a couple, only like 2 dates before that, but we didn't do anything but kiss. But because I met some ladies in my late 20s, then I did whatever. Yeah.
Stop
Yeah,
trying to
no,
be a
well,
gentleman,
yeah,
okay, Randy. This is the Random Candor channel. There's no place for gentlemen anywhere.
oh, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I just,
No, I'm kidding. You have to protect your own wholesome brand. Don't worry, Randy. Don't feel pressured.
yeah.
But go
Well,
on. You're 26. It's whenever you had the first real date.
First real date, oh, yeah, I think when I was 14 and girl was 12,
Wait, no, wait, okay,
usually,
wait, hold up, wait, no, I want to talk about the 26th date.
oh, yeah, okay,
Are you trying to remember, or are
let's see,
you
yeah,
looking something up?
I was with her and we were doing, yeah, let's see, not only,
Okay,
yeah,
wait. No, I
other
don't want to
things.
hear. I don't want to hear her full name, but you can just say Natalie. Go on.
I didn't say Natalie, no.
I mean, N.
Oh, yeah, I did what I did, yeah,
No, we didn't hear anything important.
okay,
Go
yeah,
on.
okay, I've done it, a lot of 26-year-old with this.
Okay, wait, hold up. The 26. Let me set the stage a little bit. So 26 years old. When did you meet this girl? Soon before? Is it a new person in your life?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, this particular one was 26 when I did the intercourse part.
Okay, wait, no, wait, wait, Randy. Back it up a little bit. How do you know this girl? Put into your shoes the first date mindset. When did you ask her out? Why, and why were you interested in her?
I mean, when I was 26, right?
Yeah, like when did you meet her? Was it soon
Let's
before?
see, I was set up by this one lady, and I met her, let's see, first time she just talked about her exes. I kind of let that go the first time, and
She's probably also going through it.
yeah, and then after that, we did some things before.
Okay, wait, not just physical. I mean, like, Randy, why are you so focused on the physical, bro? I mean, in general, like, how did you feel about this girl? Was this one that was different than past dates?
I was in love with her at the time, but then she just kept talking about her ex.
Yeah,
all the time,
that's
and
pretty
I
disheartening. Women in the audience, I think women are like about 80% of my audience, so they need to realize
they're 80% of your audience. They're only 10% of mine. Gee.
They're like literally just Robel maybe looks at my channel every now and then, so that's one person. So that is actually 100% of my audience. But
100% your 27 subscribers. Wait a minute.
so no one watches. That's the joke, Randy. Only one person, Robel, who happens to be female, not representative of the ratio.
Yeah.
Basically, talking about your exes, red flag, guy or girl, doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
really
Oh,
cringe.
yes.
Very.
But at the time,
Mm-hmm.
though, you see, you know, I was very alone, and
Mm-hmm.
and I did date another lady before that, but she didn't seem interested. So this particular one, I felt sorry for her at the time, so I was trying to make her happy in every which way, but that was realistically impossible because she was into this one ex-husband all the time. It's just so weird.
Oh, husband. Okay, so that's a little bit more
You know,
serious.
that one
Eh?
ex-husband, yeah, she just kept talking about him all the time, and he didn't really care about her per se, because he told me earlier, sometime back, I think a year or two earlier, so
So you
it's
knew
just so weird.
how
So
long?
weird.
How long did you know her before you asked her out?
Well, I only knew her for a day.
You asked her out that same day?
I didn't really ask her out. We just got together. She invited me to her house, and at first we just talked, and then the next day we did what we wanted to do, so to speak.
Okay, Randy. I think I'm getting the sense that I'm gonna have to ask you very specific questions. They're not gonna be detailed or gross, but how did you meet her?
How did I meet her? Oh, through this lady named Sue. She introduced me to her at her house, and
How do you know this Sue, or whatever lady?
I knew Sue. Okay, I can tell her name. She's dead. She died in January, fortunately. But
Jesus. Also, you can also just use first names. Don't worry. There's a lot of Sues out there.
yeah, well, Sue. I can say her last name. She's dead now.
No, but you know.
Seriously, she's dead. You can Google her.
I
Sue
know.
Wilson,
No,
Wadena.
Randy.
Wilson,
You,
Wadena,
no,
Minnesota.
Randy.
Google her. She's dead.
Randy, why though? The last name doesn't add anything to it.
Okay. No, I just saying she's dead.
That is true. No, I believe you, but at the same time,
but just saying, you can say it about people and they're dead.
Okay, fair enough. Go on though. But so this Sue person, you knew her. Why?
I knew her from Monaga in the 80s and stuff like that.
What's Monaga?
Yeah, then I met her in Wadena. She was married to some guy, and then she introduced me to a lady named...
Were you friends with the guy?
Oh, Pete? Well, kind of.
How did you meet her? Through her husband, or did you meet her?
No, I just met her first, and then she was...
How did you meet her?
I just talked to her next door. We were living in Monaga at the time,
So she's your neighbor.
At the time, well, her mother was, yeah, she was living with her mother, and
Okay.
my parents at the time, yeah.
Nice. And would you guys go out for smokes together or something, or how did you meet her?
No. We just barely talked, and that's it, because the Fairbanks across the street.
But Randy, I don't know how.
Hey, Sue, yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it's a weird situation.
Wait, Randy, I want to clarify this. Then I want to let you speak because someone in the chat named General, who's a big fan, he's also the guy who is talking about Weezer. He wants to let you speak uninterrupted, so I've been interrupting too much. I'm sorry about that.
No, don't interrupt.
But
It's okay.
You got it.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just.
Hey, don't.
I'm just getting tired. So.
Randy, don't interrupt.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. But wait, neighbors don't just talk out of nowhere. How did you talk to her? Even though she's your neighbor, that's the setting. How did you talk to her the first time?
Well, between yards, and stuff like that,
You were just outside.
Monaga, yeah. And I met her in Wadena when she was married to this guy named, well, I could say his name too. He died in '99. Pete Olschmidt. He was a.
You can just say Pete though, right?
Okay, I'll just say Pete. Well, it doesn't matter. He's dead. But,
That's true.
Yeah. Well, anyways, he was a woman beater and a drunk. So anyway,
Jesus.
yeah, my dad was scared of him for no reason. All my dad would have to do is call the cops. But my dad was always scared to call the cops for some reason. So
You guys would hear her scream or something, or what?
Oh yeah, when Pete was hitting her, she'd scream. Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, go on. That's really dark.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He like smack her and stuff like that. Hit her in the back.
Go on.
In the head. Yeah, that's what Sue. That's what Sue was telling me. That behavior, because Pete was a very abusive husband at the time. I don't know if she saw that guy, except they both like to drink together and smoke together and stuff like that. You know.
Sometimes that's enough. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. Especially the drink part, where it, numbs the brain. Oh yeah. Okay.
But go on. So that's how you met her, and then she hooked you up with this girl, or said like, okay, this Randy, hey, like this girl is looking for a guy, and like I think you guys would be a good match.
Like that, yeah. And like I said, we got together, and she was talking about stuff, wild stuff, and I was kind of interested, and she was teaching me some wild stuff too.
Okay. Now you have to. I'm gonna continue to interrupt because fuck general. But what do you mean wild stuff? She was just talking kinky and stuff, or like she was interested in you?
Oh, she was talking kinky, and
she was interested
then
in
we
you.
then we were doing,
Nice, good for you, man.
Then we were doing, like.
Did she turn you wild?
In some ways, she did. Yeah, some ways she did turn me.
Is it her?
Yeah.
Is it her fault or is it Sue's fault? Do you think that you're a wild man today?
It's actually my fault.
Yeah, that's my man. That's my boy.
Yeah, because your person just wild stuff. It's just
the wild is inside. It just needs to be awoken.
So I was gonna say, my friend. Can we wrap this up pretty soon?
Yeah, absolutely. Go on.
I mean, we end the show pretty soon.
Yeah, no. I got you. But finish your story. You're talking about the wild.
It's two stories there, Robelli. It's two stories.
Yeah, Robelli. You better listen. These are real facts.
Yeah, well, well, anyway,
you're talking about awoken the wildness. Go on.
After a while, I did it for 3 months. I stayed at her place many times overnight, and of course I bought food for her and stuff like that. I stayed there totally free, and I drove her around and stuff like that. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shut off my phone.
No sweat. Take your time.
It's just a friend of mine calling, and he can call almost any time anyway. So, okay.
Thank you for honoring the podcast, Randy. That really speaks to your respect about our mutual podcast that we're running right now. But you were talking about how you were dating this one girl who awoken the wildness, because the wildness was always inside, and then you
basically that was it.
Nice. Do you guys still keep in contact in any way?
No, not at all. Yeah, Penny wanted to date me later on, but I won't, because she put a false restraining order on me.
Jesus!
After we broke up, she accused me of uninvited visits. She invited me to come over anytime. Harassment phone calls. Which
so I
called her anytime, and
it ended pretty acrimoniously.
What was it?
She burned
death threats on her, which
she burned you pretty bad then, Randy?
Yeah, she put me on a restraining order for a year. So, and she married her husband named Steve, who sent me a letter which violated the restraining order. I told them on him, and they did nothing.
Nice. So it was like Indian rules then, I guess. They were saying, "Hey, mind your business."
No, you just didn't. The law enforcement didn't do anything to that guy.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so weird. Well, I've had bad luck in life on stuff like that, but I'm used to it now. But anyway, yeah, and no, but as far as Patty's concerned, that
She tried to
she
reach.
lives in, she lives up in central Minnesota. I'm far away from her. I'm not going to see her.
When did she reach out again?
Is that?
When did she reach out again after all, like the main thing?
She reached out to me, I think, after I was visiting my friend Dwayne, who lived in this apartment complex, and
Sure.
that she was trying to like talk to me again, and I talked to her for a little. I was asking, she was kind of giving hints, and then I was kind of trying to ignore her because she already put a restraining order on me.
Yeah, that's smart. That's a smart move.
Like, talk to me again.
And also, outside of like suspiciousness, like also just like, you don't want to invite trouble into your life.
Right, that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like try to avoid her. Now I could totally avoid her. She doesn't. She never really travels outside of the town of Wadena anyway. See, she's like some people you and I know where they just never leave their town no matter what. You've heard of people like that before?
Yeah, it's that kind of homing pigeon.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna go. If you ever want me on again anytime, just let me know. I'll be your guest again, okay?
Oh, my pleasure, Randy. Randy, please, one last thing. Can you tell the good folks at home what your YouTube channel name is, how they can follow you on Twitter or Discord or whatever?
I'm Randy the Wild Horse on Twitter. I'm Randy the Wild Horse on YouTube. And on Discord, I'm also... I must be also Randy the Wild Horse. Yeah. Yes, I am. I'll make sure that so I don't make mistakes. Yeah.
And as I understand it, like your phone number is also, if you convert the Randy the Wild Horse to the numbers.
My cell phone number in public, no. But they can call me on Skype and stuff. Yeah, if they use Skype. I'm Randy the Wild Horse 64 on Skype.
Well, actually, I think probably the best way to reach you as a fan is to attend your streams, which is on Randy the Wild Horse on YouTube.
Live, Randy the Wild Horse live, and tonight, Randy the Wild Horse tonight is on at 8 p.m. and Randy the Wild Horse live is Randy the Wild Horse tonight is Friday at 8 p.m. and
Friday 8 p.m.
It's a Randy Welsh tonight. Randy Welsh live is at 5 p.m. on Saturday. Yeah, I try to get on there if I can. Sometimes I'm late, and sometimes I might do a town or something, or I might be at a parade. I may miss that. Or maybe I'll be at some county fair on rides or something. Who knows? Because I'm a variety channel. So.
Yeah, it's a variety channel, and every now and then he'll have a piece of shit guest who shows up 10 minutes late, or actually 2 hours and 10 minutes late because of a late adjustment. And I'm so sorry, Randy, for switching up on you.
I'm your guest. I just don't know how to run certain things. I know how to run my YouTube thing myself, and I know how to. At least I can drive a car, and that's a major accomplishment in my life. I can drive.
That's independence distilled, and I think I'm very privileged because I contacted Randy on his channel, being an avid fan on his chat. So that's why.
I see that Rebelli. He's a wild guy.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
accurate. Absolutely. But thank you so much. Thank you so much, Randy. I really appreciate you coming on and doing a show with me. I think it's beautiful that you actually reach out to your fans as a big YouTuber. Give a look to us small guys out there, and I'll definitely talk to you soon.
I've given a chance to small people, sure, you know, and
I'm
most of them are great.
actually I'm pretty sure 5'6" is average height. I'm not small. I'm average.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot tall. So
I
I'm
will.
6 foot tall,
I will.
200, and
I will steal your
weighted
fedora.
225.
I will steal your fedora today.
Okay.
Robel
Yeah,
also
yeah,
says
well.
thanks. Robel says thanks, Randy. Very cool.
Thank you, Rebel. It's nice talking to you too. And
But for sure, thanks so much, Randy, and thank you for staying
Okay,
on for
thank
so
you.
long. I love
Thank
you.
you very
Goodbye.
much. Yeah, you're cool, man.
I'll see you soon.
Okay, see ya.
Bye now. Thank you for staying tuned to this amazing, excellent, top tier cast. I think this is an amazing start to a beautiful friendship. And leave a like, comment, subscribe right now. Right now. Do it. I love you. Please, goodbye.